Hello, Crystal here. It's the 22nd of May 2018. As you know, I suffer with trigeminal neuralgia, which is called the suicide disease. Yesterday, I was confined to the flat. First of all, I couldn't get out of bed in the morning. It was so unbelievably sore, raw, painful. The heat isn't helping. So yesterday I was indoors all day. I didn't go out anywhere. I have a balcony I can sit on, but it's shared. I haven't got a garden, so I can't really sit in the fresh air. Anyway, David rang me on his landline phone last night, but I didn't know till this morning when I checked my phone. My phone is broken, my green Nokia phone. I can't take calls because the calls break up. So David called round first thing this morning. David's got blonde hair and he puts his hair up in a little blonde knot like men do now. He's got blonde hair and mine is going grey. Now Matthew, the Polish guy that lives across the road, is dark haired with a little bun in his hair, and his car has got the number plate UG, UG, half of the word ugly. So he was up and down all day yesterday, eating food while I was stuck in here, because you glimpse out the window now and again when you can't breathe. If David had not come round this morning, I would have been probably stuck indoors all day with rotting stitches in my gums. I'm glad he came round. He didn't have money to go on the bus, so he would have had to have walked. So because I'm a kind mum and I didn't want my son to walk in this heat, I gave him some bus fare. Okay, it leaves me short, but I can't see somebody walking in this heat all the way to Gillingham, the Rainham end, where the big Tesco's is with the big ball on it. So David and I walked together, me in this bandana, him with his blonde bun in his hair, and I left him at the bus stop and I went into Chatham Library. And the same shit was going on. The security guard came in, because I'd obviously lent David some money, so I'm that desperate I'm going to thieve the security guard. We had big versions of me, really huge, about 40 stone with glasses, come in. Versions of Andrew, and he's been through a liver transplant operation, taking the mickey out of me, David and Andy, which didn't make me feel great. Yesterday I'd had emails from Camille Crack, and someone saying he was an Indian man and that he hailed from North London, and this 73-year-old Trevor Cook, not Crook. Well, they're all crooks, aren't they? Let's face it, if they're cheating on their wives or not getting any sex, they're all crooks. Well, this Trevor Cook said that he couldn't email me over the weekend because he had to go and see his daughter in Woking, and that he couldn't email me Sunday because he had to go and get water for his aquarium tank. So all these people, they're just crap. Viva Street dating is rubbish. They're all a bunch of wankers and lighters. And basically, David showed me his phone, which is an iPhone. Mine's a Nokia. And he showed me Lexi the Chihuahua, because I used to stay over there, didn't I? When like sometimes when I didn't feel well, I used to stay with David, but his neighbours were so loud and smoking and God knows what, I can't go around there anymore, because I didn't used to get a night's sleep. I taped it when they were yapping outside, keeping me awake, didn't I? And I posted it on Facebook, and I was in my pyjamas. So if that wasn't bad enough, someone in the next flat, I'm going to say bongo music, I don't know how to describe it. It was thumping through the walls all day long yesterday, and I've got this trigeminal neuralgia. And I'm sorry, if you call the police up for a noise nuisance, I've been told blatantly that basically that people can do anything they like in their flats. The police are powerless to do anything. Well, that was what I was told. And I don't know about anybody else. When there's a random noise, it makes your heart shudder. It'll come on, then he'll have it on for an hour, then he'll turn it off. Then yesterday it was on and off all day long. It was driving me round the bend. But I put my fan on, I put the radio on, I put the TV on. The neighbour downstairs has to put his TV on loud, then she puts hers on really loud underneath me, and then you have a domino effect where it's getting louder and louder, and you're getting a really. I can't stay with my son. He's my son. There's no bedroom for me to sleep in. I can't stay with my mum and dad. My mum is married to my father. There's one bedroom. I can't sleep there. So when there's stuff like that, I've got nowhere to go to. So I just feel like banging my head on the wall and screaming. I've come back and one of the neighbours has had this giant snake. And yesterday 2 lads were walking out with a baseball bat. I feel I'm being intimidated. I'm frightened to come home to my flat. There's noise, there's drugs, and basically I can't wait to move out of here. So if this flat in Henry Street, I'm taking it because this place sucks. Whoever moves in here, good luck. As for the wet floor signs, the cleaner has stuck 2 or 3 all over the place, and I nearly tripped over them yesterday. I've asked for them to be taken down, and this guy called Dave emailed me back after I'd done a video about that Dave raping me in Gravesend, allegedly, saying that the cleaner said the floor was still wet. We are now nearly 2 weeks over the time she cleaned, and she the caretaker couldn't take them down because the floor's still wet. The wet floor signs are still there. They're a tripping hazard. This place has no access for disabled people, and if my dad wanted to come up with his walking stick, he'd fall over the wet floor signs. The floor is dry. She's actually taped them to their stairs. And as I was saying, David showed me his phone, and on it was a picture of Joe, who obviously stays at David's flat, a young 20-year-old male that is supposed to be a funny version of Andrew. Andrew has had a liver transplant, he's disabled, his hands shake, and this Joe, who is a Joey Essex lookalike, stays with David sometimes, and David showed me that he's going to get £7,500 while he was sat with David playing David's Xbox, playing FIFA on it. So I got told that David needed money for bus fare and food, and this kid has got £7,500, and he's a model, and he's got an agent. And I'm a single mum on benefits in a bedsit with a suicide disease. That really didn't cheer me up, but hey ho, let's look forward to the dentist this afternoon so you can take these smelly stitches out that have started to deteriorate.